Moving forward a little bit, I understand you studied with the great violinist Ida Kavafian at the Curtis Institute of Music. Can you share with us a little bit of just the musical imprint that she left on your life and how she influenced the way you look at music today?
Sure. Yeah. So Ida's amazing and really was so key to my development as a musician, especially where I was as a violinist and musician when I started with her. So, I, I mean, I've had a lot of amazing, influential teachers throughout my education. Um, in in middle school, I was studying with a lady named Shirley Givens, who was on faculty at Peabody and also in Juilliard Prep. But I took lessons with her at Peabody Prep, and she was fantastic. Then I switched in the last 2 years of high school. I was studying privately with Aaron Roseanne, who became like my hero, my violin hero, and to this day is one of my favorite violinists. Maybe the most beautiful violin sound ever, I think. So he was always an inspiration. And then, so I went to Colburn for my undergrad. I know you asked about Ida, but I'm just giving
Mhm.
you kind of my path to her to tell you why she was so pivotal for me. So then at Colburn, I studied with Robert Lipsett, who helped me so much, and he really built my technique and uh, just gave me the tools and the practice tools to really bring my violin playing to the next level. And he was just so patient and yet demanding. He demands a really high level from all his students, and I it's really amazing what he's able to do in raising students' levels. So after Colburn, I met Ida because I did the Michael Hill violin competition in my junior or senior year, and she was on the jury, and I met her afterwards, and I was really inspired and impressed with her and with her students and her recordings, and so I wanted to study with her. I was lucky enough to study with her at Curtis, but I would say um, the way that she helped me so much was, I think, the way she approaches violin technique is always um, always from a musical point of view. So it's never technique purely for technique. It's always trying to accomplish some musical goal. And but using that, but she's, I think, really fantastic at talking about, like, breaking down what you want to do musically in terms of technique. So how would you get this musical character across? I mean, and also thinking in terms of musical character and the what's the basic point of the music or the phrase that you're playing, what's the most important thing that you're trying to communicate, because we're so busy as string players, so many things to think about, intonation and bow control and vibrato and everything, that I think you can easily kind of lose the main point
Mhm.
of like what the music is about. And she's always thinking about that main point of what is this music about, and what should it be doing. And that was just so helpful for me.
Mhm.
She's amazing.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think that dialogue and that idea of always thinking about the musical purpose is so crucial, especially kind of like what you were saying. Um, it's so easy for us to get lost in our fingers,
Mhm.
especially when we're performing. And I'm curious, like, does she just try, like, when she would talk about the music with you, would she try to inspire you with different ideas or imagery? Like what were some of the things that you guys really dug into?
Um, I mean, I think a lot of it is phrasing. Like she's just so naturally musical and is always thinking about phrasing, like where is the phrase going? Yeah, but also like the mood, like the character I mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of forgot exactly what your question was just then.
Oh, no, no, no. It's fine. And I was just curious as to like how she got her students to think more about the music, just like in terms of encouraging different ideas in their heads or imagery or just inspiration.
Yeah, yeah, I guess it depends on the piece, how she might encourage different I think well, one thing that's fun is she has lots of great stories with, other great musicians she's worked with. So which is kind of like a tradition of, I think, string playing, especially like, you tell the stories of the great musicians you've played with because it's like carrying on that tradition. So I'm thinking about playing Bartok concerto for her, and she told stories about playing Bartok with Janos Starker,
Mm.
and like kind of his approach to the like Hungarian rhythm. Yadam. So yeah, that type of thing is like taking the piece, whatever piece of music in a big context, in terms of style and uh the composer and that sort of thing. So